For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, and it's time for your Daily Dose of the Doctor. All right, all you bootcamp attendees and all you subscribers to the intraday trading plans, you know the drill. I am looking to follow rules all day, every day, and make trading a no-brainer. So whether you attended the boot camp and you're putting together your own trading plans, or you are subscribing to the Around the Horn trading plan or the Daily Income Trader, it is very, very important that you apply a very systematic set of rules to the way that you trade. And I'd like to go over that today and show you how it kept me out of some trouble on Thursday, October 8th, 2015. First off, here is the gouge sheet from today's trading plan. We see on the Around the Horn section we had 4 stocks. We had CM was an infield fly. It had a 76.13 entry, a 76.40 stop, 50% of the distance, $75.94. The target was $75.74. Then right on down the list, ECL was a sinker, 118.17 entry on the short side, and that's only after a validation of an attempted breakout that reverses down through that price. Remember those sinker rules. The stop, 118.46, 50%, 117.86, and the target, 117.54. EFX was a line drive setup, 102.84 long, 102.24 stop, 103.18, 50% to the target, 103.51 was the target, and finally, KMT was an infield fly, short side setup, $27.88 on the entry, 28.32 stop, 27 spot 56 was 50% to the target, and 27.29 was the target. Now, what is the point of having all these levels here? Well, we know once we get into a position, our first hurdle is to get 50% of the distance of the profit target. When that happens, we move the stop to break even. So we're going to move this stop back over here to the entry price, and now we've got a risk-free trade. When we get 10 cents of the profit target, we move that stop again, this time to the 50% to profit target level, and now we've locked in a profit. And when we get to the target, of course, we either take off the trade in its entirety or take off a portion and trail stops on the balance. Let's see how these played out on Thursday. Here's the Canadian Imperial Bank trade. We see what happened. Stock opened, traded right into our entry price, $76.13, got a short. We got down to $75.94. At that point, it's time to move the stop down to break even. Once we got 10 cents to the target, it was time to move the stop again, this time down to the 50% level, and when we hit the target, of course, we took the trade off. Then the stock moved higher, hit 76.13, did not trigger an entry. Now think about it. Think about boot camp, and why is that the case that we did not get an entry right here? It's because we did not travel 8 cents above that 76.13 line. That would have been the cue to get us back into the position. Instead, the stock kept moving, went all the way up here to the stop loss. Unfortunately, later in the session, it did come back down, trigger a second entry. We always take second entries on these, and wound up stopping out. So we had a 27-cent loss on the stop out and a 39-cent trip to the profit target earlier in the session. Next one was ECL. This one required an attempted breakout of the Wednesday high. We see that it happened here. It reversed, came back down, triggered our short sale entry at 118.17. It reversed, the stock ran all day long, but our scenario was a 29-cent stop loss. Very, very manageable stop on that trade. Again, it's all about managing the risk. We knew what the reward was. That was terrific. But in this case, the stock kept right on going. We did not see it pull in after that sinker trigger this morning. Then we had Equifax. This one was the same kind of a deal. Today was a very messy day of trading. This one opened, triggered us in, immediately took us down to that 102.24 stop. Doesn't matter that we stopped right out of the trade. We are on for the duration, right? Second time around, it comes up, moves through the entry price. Obviously, we have moved more than 8 cents from that entry because we went all the way down to that stop. That was 60 cents. Then it reverses, comes up, hits our entry price, hits 50% of the distance to the target. At that point, we move the stops to break even. Hits 10 cents to the target. At that point, we would move our stops to that 50% to target level, and hits the target, and we are out or trailing a portion to see if we can lock in an additional gain. The gain on this one, 67 cents. That first loss, 60 cents. So nothing to write home about on this trade for the session. But as I said, this one was not beautiful, and they're not all beautiful, right? But they all do provide lots of opportunities. For those of you who are in the first hour trading pit, of course, you guys had different calls on these first thing in the morning. had a couple of alternative entries. That's okay. What I'm looking at here are just the rules by the rule book so that everybody can see what would have happened if you would have gone and completely automated these trades and just allowed the machine to handle them, and then get yourself thinking in terms of trading like a machine and making sure you don't make mistakes during the day. The final trade we were looking at was Kennametal. That one didn't trigger at all, so KMT was off the table for the session, and as you can see, it's closing out on the highs going into the last few minutes of trading. We did have lots of opportunities today. We managed to get in front of a bunch of those opportunities. Those of you who are taking advantage of the first hour trading pit, congratulations. It's included in your subscription, and you had lots and lots of good trades this morning, including some of those opening gap Baltimore chop setups. If you're not logging in there every morning and you are a member, shame on you. You ought to be doing it. There is lots to learn and a lot of great people in there to learn it from. Speaking of learning, if you're interested in attending our Newport Beach Boot Camp December 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, go ahead and click on the link right here and you will be taken to the splash page telling you all about the event and also giving you an opportunity to fill out the online application. Once you fill out the application, you'll get a phone call from Rick Kipp. He's going to talk to you about boot camp and make sure that it's a good fit for you. If it is, don't forget that the sponsoring broker-dealer on the boot camp is going to rebate you the entire tuition of the event. Once you open an account with them, my broker believes in my traders, and this is the perfect opportunity to attend a boot camp for free. So bearing that in mind, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. Hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for Friday. The best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.